If you're looking for best practices for your bank or credit union, join us while we talk all things sales, marketing, and strategy for financial institutions. Let's make it happen with FiGrow Solutions.
Hi there. I'm Meredith Olmstead, CEO and founder of FiGrow Solutions. We are a digital marketing and sales consulting agency. We work exclusively with credit unions and community banks. And I actually have a guest on the podcast today that is not on the FiGrow team, which is very unusual for us. We don't bring in guests all the time, but we do on occasion when we meet some great folks out there in the industry. So today I have Taylor Malm with me from P1 FCU. Taylor is a senior marketing strategist and specialist at P1 FCU. Say hi, Taylor.
How's it going, everybody?
So thank you so much for joining us. Taylor and I know each other through the MAC organization, and he was also recently chatting with one of our other senior team members at FiGrow about how they approach application abandonment campaigns at P1 FCU. She was so impressed with kind of the strategy and how they had set it up using the tools that we use as well. And so we figured, hey, let's invite Taylor to come on and we can chat about how to do application abandonment correctly for your credit union or your community bank. So just diving in, basically, we kind of divided this conversation we wanted to have with Taylor into 3 steps. So the first one being connecting the data. And this is a little bit, as Taylor, you told me when we were prepping for this, an unconventional approach. So basically, you are, just so we get this out of the way, you use MeridianLink, which is a pretty pervasive lending origination system for people applying for new putting in new consumer loan applications. And you are on HubSpot, specifically Marketing Pro. So we'll get that out of the way, that those are kind of the 2 third-party tools in the mix here. But I want you to unpack for us the unconventional nature of how to decide, how to get the data from where somebody's going to start an application to whether or not they've finished an application, and then get that information into HubSpot so you can run these campaigns. Because you said this was an unconventional, quote unquote, way to do it. And that's what was kind of cool. And we wanted to share with all of our listeners.
Absolutely. Well, to preface, we had MeridianLink portal for pretty much my entire time at P1FCU. And we were like, oh, we need an abandoned cart workflow. Like, we've sacrificed thousands and thousands of applications over the years. And we were like, okay, we need to get to HubSpot. We need to be able to find a way to follow up with these people. And we developed your standard abandoned cart workflow. We put a form on the page in front of the application, and that was really easy. And we picked up, I think I have the data, but less than 2% we were recovering of people over the years of having portal.
Okay.
And we just thought, okay, when we're going to MeridianLink Access, we need to find a better way to do this. And people were complaining, saying that we were gathering their information twice, and they didn't really kind of see the inner workings of the URLs changing and stuff, that, okay, this wasn't the application. And so we were like, okay, let's figure out a way to do this. So we did a ton of research, and we were like, okay, I guess we're going to have to put custom events in to the application. So what we did is we set custom events on, we did the first and the last page of each of our applications, whether it's deposits, personal loans, auto.
Gotcha.
And that triggers events for us where all of the data is being fed into HubSpot, which PII based. It's only the first page, which was first, last, email, and phone number. So all your standard contact information that HubSpot needs.
Okay.
And we monitored them through the application, like only to see if they went to the last page or not.
Right.
So that's how we set up our abandoned cart, is we tracked them all the way to the end. And if they didn't finish the end, didn't get to the end in that, what I set it up is 8 hours. So fairly real time. We could do it earlier, but that seems like a little big brothery. And I don't really want to pressure people like that.
Sure. But if you were, so, okay, so then step two is really then deciding how you're going to trigger and run your application abandonment campaign, which is basically a standard email nurture that's kicked off when a certain event takes place at a certain time and runs, probably a couple of emails trying to nurture people back to that application to finish. Like, okay, I left some shoes in my cart on Amazon. Do you want to come back and finish your purchase? Same kind of thing. So, okay, so you said you give them around 8 hours is what you all landed on for when you trigger the application abandonment workflows to begin.
Yes.
Okay. And then what is like just loosely, what does your abandonment workflow like include? Is it a couple of emails? Is it three? Like what do you guys do?
Yeah, we do three. We
Okay.
do 3, 3, 6 days in between. And currently we're working on getting SMS inside. So hopefully the next time you see me out in public, you can ask me about how the
Yeah.
SMS is going.
I was going
We're
to
trying.
say that's a no-brainer, right? So maybe do um, email, text, email, or something like that. You might not text them a lot, but would make sense, right? To
Oh,
potentially send a text or two.
open rate is so much higher. It's
Yeah,
just something that it's not as easy to do because we use a third party. We don't use HubSpot uh,
for SMS.
SMS.
Yeah,
So we're trying to API in, and
gotcha,
that's proving to be a bit more difficult. But I
gotcha.
think we're going to get it done pretty quickly.
Nice. Are your open rates for your application abandonment emails, are they good? Like, what are you seeing with those?
It's kind of hard to tell what is good these days. I'm sure most email marketers are kind of, it's nice having the bots and stuff and the bots and stuff filtered out, or the
Hmm.
Apple stuff and all their privacy issues. I would say the open rates are around 25%, which
Okay,
I would consider pretty successful, knowing
sure.
I'm following up on basically hot leads, but also people that chose not to finish their application.
Yeah,
So I really, I'm going to take what I can get, especially for years we didn't do any abandoned cart.
yeah,
So
yeah.
anything I can get is super beneficial to me.
So pretty like high level at 8 hours, you send a reminder email. Hey, you started your application, but you didn't finish it yet. We'd love to have you come back. You wait 3 more days, send another one, wait 3 more days, send another one, or is it the 6 days?
We go 3, 3, 6
Okay.
because
So there's four
as
emails. Gotcha.
yeah, so it's the intent is changing a little bit each time, the messaging,
Yeah.
because sometimes maybe it's not the hard sell that brings them back. Maybe the hard sell maybe on the third one, maybe on the 6 day one, we just need to tell them who we are.
Yeah.
Maybe they just didn't get to know that yet, and we
Yeah.
need to show our values. But just
Gotcha.
changing this sentiment, I think, is super beneficial. You can see some of our open rates and where people are coming back in the application.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
yeah, I try to check that out. And
Well, so you teed it up then really nicely. What's the success you've seen since you basically have removed this grabbing people's information with a form lead capture on HubSpot, but instead embedded the custom event code on the first page of your Meridian link, so you can grab that exact same information you would have grabbed with the form just on the Meridian link page itself, and then connected that through HubSpot, not even through a core integrations tracking to whether or not they click submit on the last page. What are you guys seeing when you're nurturing those people after that 8 hours and starting? How many more, or how many of those people are coming back and completing their applications?
a lot.
Okay.
To be frank with you, deposits were sitting around 9, 10%,
Okay.
and the loan and the consumer side is a lot better. It's
Nice.
personal loan, we're sitting 15, credit card 11, auto 14. It's just those are high intent applications, and we're not doing a ton of marketing for those right now. So
Okay.
you're not getting the people that are just there looking. Like for our deposit side, we've been super heavy on deposits for the last 3 years. So that's where a lot of our marketing is going.
Gotcha. So, and when you're comparing, like really looking at, results, do you give yourself like like an extra week and then compare like whether or not somebody who had finished the application when they started the loan abandonment, like whether or not those people have been, you're like taking that original list and comparing it to the list that remains
Y-
after that period of time to get
Yeah,
your reporting?
it's really hard to tell in real time because there are weeks where it's horrible. Like
Sure.
I can't break it down into short stretches of time. Like for me, I have to look at it at the long-term view.
Like a
It's
quarterly report or something like that.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it looks bad because who knows, maybe you didn't catch that because it's not a ton of people. Like 9%
Sure.
is like that could be freaking 1 in 10, you know? Like
Yeah. Sure.
it's it could be sad because you miss that one person if in
Right.
the quarterly reporting. So I personally like to look at it in a 365, like
Okay.
just continuous view.
Viewing back. Okay.
hmm Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Taylor. This was really useful. So, love to see the creativity with being able to use a custom event kind of functionality in one tool placed in another third party tool to then drive your marketing back to where you want people to be. So, makes all the sense in the world when you look back at it. And I love the approach. Even if it is a little unconventional, it makes a ton of sense. So, thank you so much for joining me today and for sharing this approach. Hopefully, we will see you again soon at MAC. And for those of you who want to learn more about marketing for your credit union or community bank, please visit us at figrow.com. We have lots of other great podcasts and case studies. We do a lot with HubSpot and other kinds of digital marketing approaches, and we would love to be a resource to you. Otherwise, thanks again, Taylor, and let's just all get out there and make it happen.
Thank you.